Hello and welcome to another analysis on this channel. I hope everyone is doing good today. And yeah, the crypto market was very turbulent yesterday. We had a lot of corrections and we are in a lot of corrections right now. We have a lot of corrective patterns in a lot of the coins. And yeah, so we corrected like 10 to 15% with a lot of the coins, which is totally normal to happen one day. They can even correct 20%. This happened in the past, and it is common with cryptocurrencies that they correct strongly in a short amount of time, but they also move to the upwards very strongly in a short amount of time. So this is very common, nothing to worry about here. But yeah, today we are talking about Fetch. I'm giving you an update since the last video. It was like 2 months ago, and it has developed beautifully in my opinion since the last video. So I'm counting this whole corrective wave here differently than the last video. I'm counting this as an overshooting B wave now with an ending diagonal triangle. So as the market has developed, I saw the pattern and I think this pattern looks much better than the previous one. Previously I was counting it as an ABC zigzag like this, but yeah, as you can see, market has developed differently. And if we look into the retracement levels for this ending diagonal triangle, you can see we had a nice reaction on our golden ratio level here and a beautiful impulse from there. So yeah, from there we finished our first wave 1 impulse, came down correctively into our second wave. So this second wave could be finished, or I thought it is finished. I set up a price zone for the second wave. We hit it and came out good out of it. I also disabled it now, but we have the chance that we don't have another 1-2 setup here, but an overshooting B wave, and we will come down for another low under our previous low to finish the second wave. So if we look into the imminent chart structure here, you can see we had a beautiful impulse here for our first wave, and yeah, this will probably be a wave, and yeah, an overshooting B wave, and we come down in a C wave. If we look into the overshooting B wave here, you can see we overshot our most probable levels for an overshooting B wave, which are between 138.2% and 123.6%. But the limit that I'm setting for an overshooting B wave is the 161.8% level, and we didn't overshoot this one, so we can be in this alt B wave here. But yeah, this would mean we come down in a C wave, and a C wave should be an 5-wave impulse or an ending diagonal triangle. And as you can see, we have a lot of overlapping here, so we don't really have an impulse that can be counted here. That's why the chance is still there that we are in another 1-2 setup. You can count this movement here as a 5-wave impulse, but also as an ABC zigzag like this. If this is the zigzag, then this would be the overshooting B wave. But as I said, in the C wave we should come down impulsively, and as you can see, we have a lot of overlapping. We don't really have a 5-wave pattern here. What could be is that we are in an ending diagonal triangle for the C wave that is still developing, or we really have the second 1-2 setup here. But if we look into the retracements of the second wave, you can see we already undershot the 78.6% Fibonacci level here. We are still in the green for the second wave, but yeah, I would say the chances are pretty much 50-50 if we see a new low under our right now tool, or we don't see a low and we are in a second 1-2 setup. So if we are in this overshooting B wave into an ending diagonal triangle, then the price goals for the second wave would be the same as the previous one. Nothing has changed here. So we would probably undershoot the 50% level, so I would take this out and we should end somewhere in this zone here. Anything between 99 cents and 86 cents are very interesting for this second wave here. This would mean we count the second wave here. We have this Alt B, this 1-2 setup is gone, and we would come into our third wave from there. But yeah, we will have to see what happens in the future and watch the market as it develops and decide from there what is going to happen. For the goals of this internal first 1-2 setup here, if we say we are already finished, then we would have price goals between $2.26 and $3.05 in the expansion for this third wave. And in the bigger picture, nothing has changed. We are still in our bullish cycle here. And this would mean we would have our price goals for the third wave at about $5.67 to about $8.75 in the expansion. Maybe even further, because we are in the cryptocurrency markets and the markets tend to expand even further in the third wave. And also in the cryptocurrency markets, it is pretty common that the third wave and the fifth wave expands. In the stock markets, for example, it's just the third wave that is most likely to expand, and the fifth wave looks much more like the first wave if the third wave expands in its amplitude and range. But yeah, in the cryptocurrency market, it is common that both waves expand, so the third and the fifth wave. But yeah, if we have a bigger expansion in the third wave, then we would have price goals at about $11.83, and this is still a big movement. So speaking from current price levels, this would be a price change of about 368% to about 627%, and if we expand even further, then we would have price goals of about 875%. So big potential for Fetch.ai, especially because it's an AI coin and the AI narrative is pretty interesting right now and has potential to expand high in the stock market and in the cryptocurrency market as well. So if you want to have a little bit more diversification in your portfolio, in your crypto portfolio, I would consider Fetch.ai because it is pretty much the biggest AI coin out there and the structure looks beautiful. So yeah, I hope you liked the video. As I said, we could see another low under this 2 and go into our 3 from there, or we are in the second 1-2 setup here and we pretty much finish our second wave here and go into our third wave from there. So yeah, tell me what you want to see me analyze next. If you have any questions, just ask them, and have a nice day till then. See ya.